All right, let's do this. The Texans.
Yeah.
And C.J. Stroud, we talked about. You got his numbers there because it was an awful performance.
I'll pull those up.
And we talked about it.
My computer might blow up looking
in
them up.
In the two games, he had 10 turnovers in basically 6 quarters, right?
Mm-hmm.
10 turnovers. 5 fumbles, 5 interceptions. He had 4 interceptions in the first half of this game against the Patriots.
Yeah, the completion percentage, what do you think it was?
40%.
Well, good guess, 42.6.
Okay.
His quarterback rating?
24.
You're pretty good. 28.
What was it? I'm just guessing.
28. That's somebody's age. 28?
Okay.
Monty, that's like, hey, how old are you? I'm 28. That's not your quarterback rating supposed to be somebody who ain't with us no more. You know, exactly. 98, 102, not 28.
And we said this on this show. And do we have this, Ian? We have the sound. Let's go back when we were talking about
CJ Mills. Forgot his last name. I missed him. Yeah. Davis Mills.
Right, Davis Mills.
That's the law firm.
And whether or not what they should do when CJ came back from injury. I'm going to stick with Davis Mills and not automatically run back to C.J. Stroud if I'm the Texans. And I'm not saying that C.J. Stroud lost his job because of injury or anything. Sometimes you have something going, a hot hand. I think that you could take a look at that. And obviously the defense is playing really well. But what have we talked about the last year and a half? Their offense with C.J. Stroud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like remember, after his rookie year, go back and look. Everybody picked him to go to the Super Bowl.
They did.
Am I right? Am I overreacting? Pick. It was.
No, you weren't. You were not. That was the sexy pick.
Oh yeah, the C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Oh my God,
he was MVP. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, he's just a rookie. Look at how you going to stop that kid? Blah 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 blah. And it's been raggedy since then, since year one. And here's the other thing. We talked about it going into the playoffs. The weak link was CJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people that he appears to be a great guy. I don't know him, never met him, but you could see all the love people give him. TJ Hushmanzada said, I know CJ. Well, I'm cool with him and know what kind of guy he is, which is fine. But even CJ said, still got to win. Like, that's nice, being a nice guy and a God-fearing man and all that.
Not the reason you lose.
Exactly. And you can't be that when you have a Super Bowl-type defense where you could win a Super Bowl. You could be Brad Johnson.
Yep.
You could be
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer. That's what they needed CJ to do. And CJ, if you remember, after that first year, he went around on every show he could go, bragging about he was a top 5 quarterback. This is after 1 year in the National Football League. He has not been close to that. Troy Aikman called him out on television that he's regressed. He's not gotten better. And to throw the ball up for grabs. And I got a question and wonder. DeMeco Ryans. I would have pulled the plug in the second half. I would have.
Well, so I asked you that. Remember, we were sitting here the first game.
Right.
I was like, do you go to Mills now?
Because that was against the Steelers when he was turning the ball over.
You felt like you should be up 14 the way that defense was playing, and you weren't even up or whatever it was at that time. I asked you that. I was like, do you go to Mills now?
But that game with the season on the line, 4 interceptions in the first half. That can't happen. That's as bad as it gets. And DeMeco Ryans, he's our guy. We get all that. Some days you just don't have it. What about the rest of the team? They made a mistake. They were still in that game despite it.
Until that last second touchdown catch by Booty.
Which was not Booty. That was some catch.
You was quick on that one.
That was
don't leave me hanging.
That was some catch.
That was incredible. One hand grab. By the way, to your question, to your point about Davis Mills, he was playing well. So
I'm not saying he was the best thing going.
But in the 4 games he played, meaningful, minutes obviously started. I think 3 of them and came in the first one against the Broncos. You're looking at couple of games of 292 yards one time. Yeah, he missed it. Miami missed it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
2 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Next game, 274 yards versus the Titans, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Against the Bills, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So he had 5 touchdowns, 1 interception in that stretch, where he was playing in those 3 games, and they were 3-0. So, he had a case of saying, hey, don't forget about me. And I really believe, we talked to TJ Hushmanzada earlier, that if you're the Texans, you have to look at other things. You have to make a call to Mac Jones' agent. You have to make a call to some other, whoever else you may feel is out there. You have to look at the draft.
They could extend him this year, and I wouldn't be extending him.
No, you have to, because here's the thing, Rob. I said this earlier. Turnovers, you can have them in a game. He looked rattled 2 weeks in a row. He looked confused 2 weeks in a row. He looked like, and you never want to hear this, as a starting quarterback, 3 years, this is year 3, he didn't belong. That's troubling. You can have a game where, hey, the defense just made some incredible plays. Oh, the defensive lineman got his hand on the tip ball.
But that wasn't it, though.
No, these were terrible throws, bad decisions, and subconsciously in the back of your brain, you're supposed to say, I ain't even got to do that much. Pass ain't there? Nope. Because that defense kept you in it and turned Drake May over. Made him fumble a couple, 2-3 times. Man, that defense, I saw a video. It was hilarious. It was some video where the team walks into a locker room and just jumped a guy. And they said, they were like, this is the Texans defense.
That was like a wrestling video. So
yeah, they just walked in there. And I'm like, dude, we kept you in it despite the turnovers, in spite of them.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. We got 2 questions. Should DeMeco Ryans had benched C.J. Stroud in the second half?
And why did they go for it? They punted with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left, down 12.
Right.
What are we doing?
You need 2 scores, right? You still need 2 scores. That didn't make sense. And what do you do with C.J. Stroud? Is this just a bump in the road, or is it time for them to look elsewhere because they have a defense you don't want to waste?
All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.